Good morning, everybody. I hope everyone had a great day yesterday. I had a feeling that there was some wonderful vibes in the room as far as compliance is concerned, as far as hope is concerned. Um, I'm feeling good about the prospects of this challenge. Keep in mind, guys, we only have 10 days. After today, we have 9 days. We can do what we need to do. If you put in your mind that, listen, it is my time. I have a group of people to support me. If I feel like I want to do some things that I'm not supposed to do, as far as my eating is concerned, I'm going to go into the group if I have time and just sort of scroll through, look at any memes that have been put up. Maybe something will speak to me. Look at some old videos, see if one of them says something that really, really resonates with you, and just move past whatever is going on. Someone in the group the other day posted something that I thought was just amazing. You know, the most fascinating non-scale victory that exists. You know, the person was at a party or a function, and she picked up a donut and threw it away. How awesome is that? You know, sometimes our subconscious makes us do things that we know we're not supposed to do. And sometimes it's very hard to fight that temptation. And then we just go on and do what we want to do and not think about the consequences. And is this going to interrupt my progress? And so on. But when we can find ourselves in the middle of making a decision that's not good for us, right in the middle of it, where we haven't done it yet, but we've gone through steps to make it happen, and then all of a sudden we stifle that that process and say, no, 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 I'm not going to do it. Guys, that is a non-scale victory in itself, and celebrate it. That happens to many of us quite often. When we're trying to lose weight, we are faced with temptations. When we're trying to lose weight, we're faced with decisions. Battle of the Bulge? No. It's a whole bunch of tiny little battles. It's not one big thing. And every single one begins with what we put in our mouths. I've said this before, guys, it's not a day-to-day thing. It's a bite-to-bite thing. Because if you say it's a day-to-day thing and then you mess up, then what we do is we say, oh, well, I already messed up today. I'll start back tomorrow. Then what you're doing is giving yourself permission to continue to mess up that day. And guys, y'all know what fluctuation looks like. You know, you can mess up 2 or 3 pounds in one day. Big time. We don't want that to happen. Okay, we just don't want that to happen. What we're embarking upon is something that takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage. It takes willpower. But the neat thing about our program is that we don't need as much willpower because we're not hungry. You know, we have this program that allows us to eat our potatoes, that allows us to eat our rice, that allows us to eat our grains. We're able to have our oatmeal. You know, we're able to have all of these other wonderful grains out there, teff, millet, all kinds of stuff, buckwheat, things like that that fill us up. We're allowed to have all the veggies in the world. That can be unlimited pretty much, especially if they're raw. And there's no reason that you should ever be hungry on this eating plan. That what typically happens is that we get that little nudging. Don't you want some of this? Or we see something, or a commercial comes on, or we're in the middle of an old habit that comes back at us. And it takes a while to break those things. I have not been to the movies, to the theater, in a very long time. And this is the reason. Anytime I used to go to the theater, and I used to like to go to the movies, I would always get a great big popcorn and a great big soda. Thought I was doing well by mixing most of my soda with being diet soda, whatever. But that's what I did. And I would try to go without doing it. I think there might have just been one time in my whole life that I went to the movies and I did not buy a large popcorn and a soda. So that one time that I was successful, I'm not even sure if I enjoyed the movie the way that I normally do. Habits that we form through association of circumstances are hard to move past. Very, very hard, because they're formed through a habit. And I've not been to the movies, and I don't plan on going. The one time I did go to the movies a couple months ago, I think it was maybe a month or so ago, over the break, I had popcorn. And so I'm not doing that. And so what I want you all to do is to think about those triggers. Think about those things in your life that's based on habit, that has to do with certain circumstances. And if you know that you have a tendency to eat too much of something, or to eat things that you should not, try your best not to put yourself in that position during this 10-day challenge. Some people, it's going out to eat. If you can wait and not go out to eat, if that's possible for these 10 days, try to fix your foods at home. And I told you about what I found out about Waffle House, right? They have a thing called steamed hash browns. It's a thing. And you ask them, I want a double steamed hash browns. They will know what you're talking about. They'll add onions, they'll add mushrooms, they'll add jalapenos, for a cost, of course. But when I just get the hash browns by themselves, I'm, $3. Oh my goodness. That's nice. That's a nice meal, $3. And it also prompted me, when I was at the store the other day, to purchase some shredded hash browns, just to have them in the house, in case I wanted that, something different. And it's nothing but potatoes. You've got to look at you have to look at the ingredients, because sometimes when we buy potato products in the store, they're not necessarily always just potatoes. So you've got to be careful. Kroger, has this organic brand, and they actually have potatoes in their organic brand as well. So I got those the other day after I just thoroughly enjoyed another meal of the Waffle House hash browns. If there's a little hack that you figured out from a restaurant, or especially a fast food or semi-fast food, that you are able to get and be compliant when you get it, post it in the group. Let us know. Let us know about some things out there that you found that you can go to when you're out and about. When you're out and about, and it allows you to remain compliant. That would be lovely, because if we could do that, as a matter of fact, when I post this, I'll post a an opening post that says that very thing. Just reply to that post, and that way anyone who's looking for these things, it can all be in one group. Christy Waits has just a whole bunch of wonderful suggestions on things in the Atlanta area as well. Mostly vegan, albeit vegan. You just have to understand that not all things that are vegan are necessarily plant-based, but she's got a great list of things. So Christy, add a couple of those plant-based ideas in that post as well. Okay, guys, well, this is day 2, and it's all about doing whatever you can to stay compliant. We need to stay compliant. We need to do this thing, do it right, get it done. And, you know, those of you who are teetering around 200, 201, 202, this is your time. Get into Wonderland. Get there. You deserve it. And those of us who are, you know, in our mid 200s, and I'm slowly going lower, you know, in the 230s now again. You know, let's just keep inching along. It's not a fast thing. It's not a quick fix. This is our lives. This is our lives, and let your body do what your body's going to do when you feed it well. You know, your body will thank you, and it will release pounds, and it will get healthier. And who doesn't want to be healthier? All right, guys, y'all have a fabulous day. And I'll be on a little bit tonight. This is Tuesday night. Y'all know Tuesday nights, that's when I either have class or I have papers that are due. So I may pop in a little bit today, not a whole lot tonight. And then I'll see you all again in the morning. All right, bye-bye.